assuming everything's okay. No, okay, it's not. IBus daemon. Current session already has an IBus daemon. Okay. IBus setup. Rhyme is under maintenance. Alright. Rhyme is under maintenance. IBus. Let's have a squiz. Message saying Rhyme is under maintenance, Rhyme is ready at the start of every boot, right? Is there an option to turn it off? Okay, so it's not actually like an issue in Rhyme, I guess. So what we might have to do, that's kind of weird, is add, okay, since when has Super Tab switched Windows in Xmona? It's never done that before. Alright, well, fucking change it. Super grave. Does that do anything else? No. Cool. So. Let's try and kill it, and then we'll start it again. Actually save it. Oh yeah, right, I have to apply it. There we go. So I guess I'm in Rhyme now. All these shortcuts are used by programs. I don't know why. Alright, well let's try this. So, echo. Okay. Alright. I press F4 when there's nothing else open, it just doesn't do anything. It's obviously not playing well with if I do this, go away? No. So it looks like it might not play too well with Xmonad, actually. That might be the issue. Okay, so the first thing we need to find out is the problem with IBus or is the problem with rhyme? So let's install something else as well. So let's install IBus Anki. Sudo pacman sync IBus Anki. Now I wonder if I'll have to restart IBus or if it'll just pick it up. No, it looks like I have to restart it. So pkill IBus daemon IBus setup. Yeah, start it, yep. Put method, Japanese, Anki. Okay. Okay. Seems like almost like it's constantly switching back to English for some reason. Okay, so that's fine. Let's try this guy's advice. So let's try these settings. So this time I'm gonna open in an Emacs. Alright, let's see. Firefox, let's just open Firefox. Okay. IBus setup, I guess. It's all there. Let's try it. Supergrave, go to Anki. No. So, alright, what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and log into another desktop environment, and like a more standard desktop environment. We're going to see what we come up with, because scratch buffer. Da. Okay. Da. Nothing. Da. Yeah, it always seems to switch back. Or something. Something's going on. Yeah, I'm gonna try, actually I'm gonna try rebooting. And see. No. Alright, so now we're in, Budgie. What is that? Oh. Quite like Budgie actually, it's kinda nice. Wonder if it's in our menu somewhere. iBus. iBus preferences. Alright, let's open like a really simple text editor. No. Gedit. What could be more vanilla than gedit? Okay, so let's see now. Supergrave isn't actually working though. That was super tab. Should we try and set a different shortcut? I. Let's try that. Super I. Why not? Super I. Yes, it's not working. Perhaps it didn't prompt us to start the daemon. Maybe we should start the daemon. It says there's already a daemon running. But now the shortcut doesn't work. Let's see what that Control Shift E does. Didn't do anything. What am I doing wrong? Why won't you work? Maybe it doesn't like me using the super key. Maybe I'll make the modifier shift grave. No, that's a bit weird. Control Alt grave. Control Shift grave. How about that? Oh. Control Shift grave. So that Control Shift grave. Alright, I'm going to try the most vanilla thing I can think of. We're going to try GNOME. And we're going to see if it works there. Alright, so we're here in i3. obviously doesn't work in the terminal. What about Firefox? Oh, something's happening there. Something's different about the input for a second there. Something was different for a second there. Rhyme is ready, it says. Is it? Why don't we try F4? Doesn't seem too ready to me. F4. Nothing. F4, 1. No, nothing. IBus and Xmonad. Okay, I first entered the following in the terminal: IBus engine XKB US ang. Then got the list of engines to find what I needed to change it to. I then selected the Anki engine. Okay, let's try it this way then. IBus engine Anki. Let's try changing it that way. Okay. Okay. I've got this little friend up here though. That's a good sign. But he's not typing anything. Configure Anki. Okay. Okay. Let's check on the stream here. I'm pretty sure at least once the stream must have thought we were finished. Three, 6, 8, 9, 3, 9. Let's see how. We're doing. I'll be amazed if this stream hasn't decided to end at some point, but maybe not. I was pretty fast at getting back on it. Oh, maybe not. Yeah, maybe it's still going. Awesome, looks like it's kept going in one unbroken stream. Yep, cool, awesome. So yeah, let's see, troubleshooting. Let's just scroll down here a bit. So now run ibus setup. And then see configuration screen. Ibus is the default IME interface, default input method. Okay, so we better get it installed. Ibus Qt. That's what it is. I'm gonna try going back to these original settings. PK. Then Qt config interface ibus, cool. Yes, save changes. GNOME integrates with ibus. Should only need to install the package to enable input. Configuration. You need to have East Asian fonts installed. General settings should be fine, but go to input methods and select your input methods. Press add. You can use multiple input methods if you wish. Once ibus is set up, you can press super space to use it multiple times to cycle through available input methods. ibus will remember which input method you're using in each window, so you will have to reactivate it for each new window. You can override this behavior by right-clicking the system tray, selecting preferences, and going to the advanced. By default, ibus overrides your xmod map setting. ibus rime, if you have decided to use the great ibus rime IME, check out rime IME for some help to configure it. Tips and tricks, troubleshooting. Some applications might not accept non-direct input text from Motsk using ibus, KimPanel, RxV, Unicode. If anyone has any issues with ibus, following exceptions, add the following to your X resources, possibly not required. First try without. Start ibus daemon automatically, but use ibus daemon and without the zim option. Make sure to kill the existing process. GTK. Some users have had problems using input methods with GTK applications because it seems that GTK IM modules file cannot be found. Chinese input. If you encounter problems, check your locale setting. iBus daemon. That should be fine. And bang. NUS. Okay. Bang, bang. Rhyme. Sway. Not doing anything. Oh, we have a pop-up here though. We did get back the okay. iBus setup. Use the same input method among all applications. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. If anybody has any ideas, let me know. Maybe I'll try. Alright, last result. P-kill iBus daemon. Let's try starting it. Zim. I just told it to kill it. iBus. Maybe I misspelled it. iBus daemon. There you go. Alright. When in doubt, turn to YouTube. Let's see if there's any YouTube videos of somebody getting this working. iBus Arch. How to start iBus keyboard Avro on startup. Alright, let's have a look here.
好，咁而家咧就會裝埋呢個中文輸入法嘅。咁 Linux 嗰度咧輸入法咧，我最常見有兩種，一隻係 FCITX， 咁另一隻可能係 iBus。咁我而家就會喺今次咧就會裝 FCITX 嘅，咁就安裝咗先啦。Tabman 減 S FCITX IM， 跟住 FCITX。 仲有一個叫 IME，IME 咧就係我哋中文輸入法速成啊 Anki 用嘅。咁跟住就係 FCITX 嘅 config tool， 我嚟 config 用嘅。咁裝晒佢啦。咁跟住然後咧喺另一度咧，咁我哋就要喺我哋呢個 .x init。RC 咧加呢三行嘅，呢三個變數嘅，咁我哋就去 Leno 蛇仔，咁喺 Linux 環境咧，蛇仔係代表自己個 home directory 啊，咁蛇自己嘅 xinit_rc， 咁入到嚟咧就喺最底我就已經加咗呢三行噶啦，咁照呢度 copy 翻過去嘅啫，咁就 save 咗佢。咁然後呢度安裝完之後咧，咁我就會加速成。佢本身咧 default 冇速成嘅，就要自己加嘅。咁點樣加咧？我就會 Leno 咁我哋首先就去 config， 然後 FCIT。
Hi there, everybody. So I own a MacBook Pro with a Japanese industry standard keyboard, and for the longest time I wanted to set up Debian with Japanese input. So this can be done in a virtual machine, or it can be done on a regular Debian installation. This is the actual process of getting Japanese input set up on it.
Yes,
as
you
far as
are
I know,
watching
this
a
works
live
on
stream
easy
of
and
somebody
squeeze.
watching a YouTube
But
video.
for obvious reasons, I'm making this easy by
YouTube.
recording it inside of a virtual machine. So this is a Debian installation with the post configuration. So I'm going to show you right here. If I press the kana key on my keyboard, I can switch to hiragana, or katakana in this case. So if I press it again, now I'm in hiragana. So then the English key back to English. So it does work. Let me shut this down real quick. And then I'll show you how the configuration works. So I own a MacBook Pro with a Japanese industry standard keyboard, and the keyboard looks like this. So you'll notice that some of the biggest problems are that the symbols are moved around. It's not the keyboard layout itself. The Latin keys are all in the same place. So as far as typing, it's almost identical. But the quotations, double quotations, the @ symbol, the pipe character, open close brackets, everything is in a different position. Ironically, this is actually the same as modern, it's the same as the original keyboards. So it's kind of interesting. So I'm going to reset this real quick to a pre-configuration state, and then I'll walk through how the configuration works. Okay, so we're going to boot this up. So while that's booting, I'll show you this real quick. One of the first computers to come out in mass production, I guess, was the ADM3A, and it was actually 2 years before the Apple II. So, and this right here uses the ADM3A keyboard layout, which, as you'll note, is exactly the same as the Japanese industry standard keyboard layout. And this was not invented in Japan. This just happens to be the layout that used to be used on Unix computers. So it's actually more traditional than the QWERTY keyboard in terms of its layout. So at the start of the system, when you go to log in, it actually does not recognize Japanese industry standard keyboard, which is a problem for me because that means that the symbols are in different places. So I have to know which keys output the right characters if I happen to be using any awkward characters in my password, and I am. So in that case, obviously I'd figured it out, but if you're wondering why you can't log in after you've set your password, that might be related. Alright, so the first step is going to be showing you how to configure a keyboard layout. So if you go to dpkg configuration and keyboard layout, it should autocomplete for you. It's nice and easy. I'm just going to open up a menu where we're going to see generic 105 key international PC.
So this is
so it's just a generic keyboard. I'm sure it might be different if you're using an actual physical computer and not a virtual machine. But something to point out is that you can scroll up and you will find the Apple Aluminum Keyboard JIS, but it is 100% unnecessary. Both will work exactly the same and have virtually no differences. So we're going to go to generic, and you'll notice that it's a list of English keyboard layouts, but we don't want that. We want Japanese. So if you scroll to the bottom, there's an other right at the very bottom, okay? This is going to take you to a list. If you press the J character, it'll scroll right down for you, but if you scroll down, you'll also get to it, and here's Japanese. You want the first one, not the PC98XX. And then you're going to go up, and the very first option, Japanese, there we go. Despite that there is a Macintosh version, that doesn't do anything. The actual kana map on your keys is not going to be the same as the one that's used by this system. I haven't found a way to make the kana map work, just the input and the normal key map. As far as the rest of these options, they're all just defaults. You can leave them as is. Before this goes into effect, you're going to have to reboot the system. So, and because we're going to do that later anyways, I'm going to walk through the rest of it too. The next step is going to be adding a locale. So locales are like the Unicode that your system operates on, and it also has to do with the different things your system is capable of. So like reading and writing various languages. If you don't have the Japanese locale installed, you probably won't be able to read and write in the Japanese character set. So if we scroll down, there is already ENUS starred here. You want to leave that alone. That one we still want. And if you scroll down further, there is a JAJP right here. There are two, but we want the UTF-8 one. This is the best character set. It's most compatible. And you'll notice that we have the ability to select a default. Unless you are overly comfortable with Japanese interface, you probably want to select the English interface as the default. So now it's going to go through these, and it's going to generate them, and there we go, all set. Next, we're going to install some prerequisites. Fortunately, there's not very many. TTF to cow. Actually, I'm just going to copy and paste it. Why not? So these three fonts are necessary in order to run input in
give
Japanese
up for tonight in about
as
10 minutes
system
time.
default. If you don't have them,
I can feel
it'll
myself
let you
becoming
switch to the
demotivated.
other language, but it won't actually type anything. And then we're going to install ibus moz-c. So yeah, without the fonts, the installation of ibus moz-c is worthless because you don't have any font to input that supports Japanese characters. So, and I will show you in a second that there are sites out there that give you tons of free downloadable TrueType fonts that contain full character sets. One of them in particular is my favorite, and that is the Epson Kyokushotai font, which is the textbook font. It's nice, very similar to what I'm used to from the textbooks that I've been reading for learning the language. So it happens to be one of my favorites. Unfortunately, a lot of them have queerly named font names because the encoding that they were in and the transport over the internet from different binary formats has skewed the name. So you may have to use a font editor to change the name prior to installing it, or it'll be very difficult to find it in your font list. So you can ignore this step here. imconfig, I guess, happens automatically now on installation. Maybe you'll need it if you're running Debian Squeeze, I don't know. So I'll leave it in there just in case. But after we've installed ibus, we'll reboot the system, which will set up the locale, the keyboard, and everything else for us. And then I'll show you how the ibus is configured. So this is a site with the different fonts. Epson makes a whole bunch of them. But like I said, the Epson Kyokushotai right here is one of my favorites. It's a very clean font. It's cleaner than this image makes it look like. So, and it also catches all the different characters. Like for example, the
if only life was so easy. So I've been pondering for a while now whether I just create a fresh Arch install for this series and walk through doing that as part of this series, but I'm not quite sure I'm ready to do that just yet. Another problem is I have to figure out how I would film such a series if I were to go ahead with it. Yeah. So I'm going to call it quits tonight. Something's not working, and I've just become very tired and demotivated. I don't feel like I don't feel engaged enough to solve this issue. I'm no longer curious about why it's happening. I just want it fixed, which is never good, because that always leads to just cargo culting shit in, and that never helps you learn. So yeah, in this stream here, guys, I will be back later to do Japanese. I'm going to play Pokemon Red in about 15 minutes time. That's gonna happen. I don't want to not do that. Sorry, I said Pokemon Red, I mean Pokemon Green. I'm going to play Pokemon Green. So I will see you guys soon. I'll figure out some way, probably through Emacs, of typing Japanese characters for now. So it's going to slow things down a bit, but I want to get started on that. So I'm going to leave these videos up unless somebody complains that they keep stumbling across them when they're trying to fix the problem. Yeah. Anyway, guys, see you later. Leave these videos up unless somebody complains that they keep stumbling across them when they're trying to fix the problem.